And this morning we're talking with the principal at United High School, Kirk Atwood, brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. He's sitting there in his office. He's wearing shorts and flip-flops. His feet are up on the desk, and he's just saying, I finally got through it. Is that the?
I kind of wish that was the case.
That's not the correct characterization?
No, not quite. It's funny. This is my fifth summer in administration, and it never does cease to astound me how boring it is without students.
Well, that's interesting because we talk to principals, we talk to superintendents, and certainly teachers, and they really do say it. It's the kids, and when the kids are in the building, that the energy level goes up, and it really becomes fun.
Yeah, in the summertime, this feels like a regular job, and the kids are here, it doesn't feel like work, so it's now is the time when we're getting all that paperwork and preparing for next year and working on scheduling and all the stuff that's not fun. When the kids are here and you're just out in the halls and you're laughing, you're having a good time with them, that's when it doesn't even feel like work.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, they say that the practice makes the game, and that's really good, the case in education as well. So in the summertime, to give people an idea of what a typical day is like in a school administrator's life. What do you do? What are the things that need to get done on any given day in the summertime?
Well, it's really a lot of just prepping for the fall, and so we work on getting our student handbooks done. Our board approves those in June, then we get those all typed up and nice and sent off to the printer so our handbooks are ready to go. We work on of course, we don't like this one, but failure letters got to go out the first week of June, and whenever students are gone, and so we get those out, and we're working on kids on, we have some kids that need to do some credit recovery, so you're working on summer school stuff with them. Like I said, scheduling for the fall is the biggest thing. Our guidance counselors, they work on the teacher contract, but we do approve them for 10 additional days a year. So they come in, a week after school lets out and a week before it comes back to get scheduling and all of those things finished. We're getting ready. We have state reporting that we have to do, so we're going to be working on that tomorrow afternoon. And so, it's a lot of paperwork in the summertime. Like I said, it's not the fun stuff.
Well, yeah, that being the case, though, all of that is necessary work. That it has to be done in order to ensure a successful academic year. And the kids will be back in the fall, and you'll be right back in the swing of things. It really does go fast in the summertime. But you do see kids in the building through the course of the summer. There are all kinds of opportunities for kids. You mentioned summer school and credit recovery, but there are other things that have kids there, and it's kind of interesting for them, I'm sure, to see what's going on in the school building when they're not going guided by a bell to be in this place at this time to do this thing.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Just walking down the hall, and our maintenance staff is this is probably their busiest time of the year. Getting, as soon as school lets out, they just really start, working hard and getting things ready. And so it is kind of crazy. You walk down these halls that you're used to seeing filled with people, and they're filled with desks and chairs and file cabinets and things like that while they're getting the rooms all cleaned and stripped and waxed and everything else. So it is an interesting thing. But yeah, we have kids coming and going still. One of the things that we're pretty proud of here at United is we partnered with Family Psychological, and we do school-based counseling. Just being so rural, a lot of our students that do have some mental health needs have a hard time getting to where they need to be for their mental health services. And so we still, during the summertime, we have counselors coming in, and so we have some kids coming in for that stuff. So we're pretty proud to have offered that to our community and our students, that they're able to come in here and get that help.
As you look back on this past year and what a different kind of year it was, and as I'm sure you look forward to a new year that's being more what we're accustomed to, some of the accomplishments that you're most proud of that United was able to get in this past year in very challenging times.
We were here. That's the thing we're most proud of.
Yeah.
We were in school from August 26th till June the 3rd, and we had a couple little bumps along the way. We were out for a week here and there. But we were here, and our students were amazing, and our staff was amazing, and the work that they did to make sure we were in our building. We asked them to put masks on, so they put masks on because our kids wanted to be here, and it was something to see how badly they wanted to be here, and the work they put into being here. So just watching them make it possible was truly the greatest accomplishment of this past year.
And I'm sure some of the lessons learned by you as an administrator, by the faculty, and everybody at the team there at United are lessons that can be applied long term, couldn't they?
Oh, no doubt. We had to rely on technology, and in education we always talk about using technology in the classroom and things like that. Well, we had no choice, whenever we went out not last year, but the year before, we had no choice but to start using that stuff. And so we moved to our one-to-one initiative last year. We had some of our teachers get Google certified. We have 7 staff members here at the high school. Myself, I'm one of them that are currently working on this summer our Google Educator certification. So that those are some great tools that our students are going to be able to use in the workplace and in college or whatever they choose to do when they leave here. And so, the pandemic forced us to do some things that we don't always do, but I think we're better for it, and we're going to keep moving with them.
Yeah, that being the case, when we get to the fall, I know you'd love to have everybody there in class, and most kids would like to be doing that. But there's also the opportunity for kids who would learn in a different environment to do that at United.
Yeah, we do. We offer the United Cyber Academy. We have partnered with Seneca Valley School District. Edgenuity is the platform that we utilize for that. Any student that's not comfortable, it utilizes our curriculum. So they have pulled our curriculum maps from here at United, and they follow pretty closely with what we're doing in the classroom. I know at our elementary school, some of our United teachers are teaching those classes now, and so that's something we're looking at moving towards more and more, and to make sure that alignment is as close as it can be. We have some students that have some success with the Cyber Academy. Of course, we think students should be in our building. We think they learn best here. But if there's a reason that a student needs to look at an outside place, we highly recommend our own Cyber Academy because it's an interesting thing that they can do.
We're talking with United High School Principal Kirk Atwood this morning about the year just passed and the year that is coming up. A lot of school districts dealing with personnel changes within their faculty ranks. A lot of it had to do with the pandemic and folks taking some retirements. What's the situation at United? I know that you, along with everybody else this year, had to deal with a substitute teacher problem. There just weren't enough of them out there.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not. I don't know that we can blame that strictly on the pandemic. We've been seeing that coming for a long time. I think that might have sped it up just a little bit, but we know that issue exists. So when it comes to substitute teachers, we're still going to continue with our own guest teacher program here next year, where anybody with a bachelor's degree can contact our district office and talk to Barb Turner over there and let her know that you're interested in becoming a guest teacher, and we're going to do some trainings in the fall, and so those folks can come in and sub for us. We had some real good success with that this past year. As far as retirements and things this year, we had one in our high school. Actually, we had one earlier in the year, which was Mrs. Sexton, a math teacher, had retired a little earlier in the year, and then at the end of the year, Ms. Razieski decided to retire. So those are some staple names here at United. Those are folks that have been with us for a long, long time, so we're very sad to see them go. But we actually were able to do some shuffling around as far as positions go, and we're looking at only maybe having 1 or 2 positions that we've got to fill, but we're doing some shuffling within the staff.
As you consider the coming academic year and the number of changes that come from year to year, sometimes they can be drastic, sometimes they can be little. In terms of facilities, classroom assignments, things like that, everything pretty much standard?
Well, it is, and the thing about this year is coming forward is we still don't know what the guidelines are going to look like, and we're still not sure where we're going to be. And so whenever I'm looking at scheduling and things like that, we're really looking at trying to keep our numbers in each classroom low again, like we did this year, just in order if we do need to go back into a place where we're looking at social distancing and things like that we're able to do that. We had done some changes in our middle school related to that specific purpose with what we call extended learning opportunities. And so it's really going to the scheduling is going to look very similar to what it did this past year, just to be sure we don't end up in another situation where we have a mess because of our schedule.
Yeah, and I know that legally there may be some restrictions here that you can't get into with students, as, for instance, we consider the number of people who are ages 12 and up who get vaccinated. There's really no way to put a number on that in terms of a percentage, is there?
No, none that I'm aware of. We don't know what that'll look like, and I mean, we were anticipating come the end of the month here that the mask mandate's lifting in the state, and we anticipate there will be some new guidance from the Department of Education then. But we're just kind of sitting here waiting for now. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to watch how that all plays out. If schools require students to wear masks if they are not fully vaccinated, and if that's even possible to do. But you've learned to be adaptable in this past year, and you're going to have to be for at least a little while longer.
Yeah, and again, it's so often we just as staff members and faculty members follow our students' lead. You know, our kids are so adaptable and they're so able to make the best out of these situations. And, you know, so many times we just kind of have to step back and follow their lead and say, hey, it's going to be what it's going to be, and we're going to give them the best opportunities we can.
All right. Very good. Kirk, I hope to be able to catch up with you again next month and we can talk a little bit more, see how the summer is unfolding and what issues have come up and how you've tackled those. But this has been fun this morning. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.